Some people, though, have lost their jobs. Some people are unemployed. Many of those people, not their fault. But we have another Karen out there, a radio host in New Hampshire, that lost her job for being a racist pig. Let me explain. Or as Barack Obama would say, let me be clear. So her name is Dianna Ploss. I've never heard of her before. She works at some little bitty AM radio station in New Hampshire with probably about 6 listeners. She's walking along, getting ready to go to her air shift. She does a show. This is really weird. Anyone in the radio business heard of this? She does a talk show, a 3-hour talk show 3 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. What are they doing? Hey, join me. Well, we won't be on the air tomorrow, but we'll be on the air Wednesday. That's just a weird. That shows you her career has really skyrocketed. But anyway, I digress. She's walking to work in New Hampshire. She takes her cell phone and does a live stream of her attacking some Hispanic workers. And she thought it was okay. I don't even want to describe it. I just want to play it for you. These are a bunch of Hispanic workers that were not bothering her, that were not engaging her. She's walking along the sidewalk. They're doing their job. I think they were planting trees. Have a listen to this audio. This is Radio Karen. That's what she's being called on social media, also known as Dianna Ploss, walking to work, attacking some Hispanic workers. Have a listen to this.
You speaking English?
Well, a lot of them speak English, but I just like to speak Spanish.
Okay, but it is America.
It is America.
It is America. You should be speaking English. You should be speaking English. They work for the state. You should be speaking English. What do you work for? Oh, so are these people? Is English. Doesn't matter. It's still English. It's English. 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 Is anybody here illegal?
Just unbelievably inappropriate. But it doesn't end there. She continues to harass these workers for absolutely no reason other than the fact that she is a blatant racist. Have a listen to this rant as it continues.
This is communism. This is communism. Look at this. They're taking over these streets. What they're doing up here in Nashua is permanent. Permanent. So here's a private company. Wake up. No residents. I want to know, where's Governor Sununu? Where's Governor Sununu?
I want to know, where's Governor Sununu? I want to know where your Klan outfit is, you racist bitch. Anyway, then somebody across the street, a nice gentleman across the street, an African-American man who was just having his lunch, sees this whole thing happen. And as I would have done, I'll be honest, I would have done the same thing. I probably wouldn't have been as nice as this guy. He confronts her and he says, well, why are you harassing these workers because they're not speaking English? Have a listen to this.
Why are you wearing a mask?
Why am I wearing a mask?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a global pandemic.
Really? Okay. Okay. So this guy decided that he's going to come over here and be a social justice warrior. Right. I know, really.
Because I was 6 feet away outside.
Oh, it's over from the other side. Because he's a black man, and he's going to protect the brown man from this white woman who's practicing white privilege because she happened to walk by and heard this guy talking to all of these guys doing this work in Spanish. So I'm going into the studio.
Yeah, she went into the studio, and then she left the studio fired. The station has fired her. Here's the amazing part about this. There are a lot of dumb racist people out there, but you have to take it to another level. If you're videoing it yourself and then you upload it on social media, we've seen a lot of racist videos, right? They're all over social media. Rarely does the person shoot it themselves. It's unbelievable. Apparently, Ploss is her name, reportedly quit her job in 2016. She campaigned for Donald Trump. There's a petition that was circulating for her to get the axe from the radio station, and the radio station obliged. She officially got fired. The statement from the station says Dianna Ploss is no longer associated or affiliated in any way with WSMN. WSMN. Sorry, that's a little Howard Stern reference there. Bartis-Russell Broadcasting. I don't know. I've never heard of that company before, but they added, we at WSMN value freedom of speech, freedom of expression and assembly, but we will not tolerate discrimination, racism, or hatred. We continue to present and offer on-air opportunities for discussion, education, and the exchange of opinions and ideas. Here's the best part about this, guys. So that day, as she walked into the studio, she just uploads her video, so she wasn't fired immediately, right? It took a little time to get the backlash. But she starts talking about it on her show. It just so happens that her board operator is Mexican. So I'm watching this video, And you can tell the board op. I was actually watching the podcast of her last show. You could tell the board op is getting more and more upset at her. And eventually he just lashes out at her. Stop pointing your finger at me. You're talking about my people. And I'm sorry. It's just so funny to me. I can't even talk. The board op loses his mind. And by the way, rightfully so, because she's a blatant racist bigot. She's a moron. And she has no business being on the radio. Stop it with the cancel culture stuff. But here, I'm going to open up the phone lines, and JD, I'll get your opinion on this. I want to open up the phone lines. What do you guys think about this? Excuse me. A woman who attacks a bunch of workers on the sidewalk because they're speaking Spanish, yells at them for a good, and this wasn't like 10 seconds. She yelled at them for at least 5 minutes, antagonized them and saying, you need to speak English. This is America. Is dumb enough to video it, uploads it to social media. She gets the axe later that day. Are you okay with her getting fired? Are you okay with her behavior? Is that just freedom of speech? You can just attack minorities for no reason at all? No, it's completely inappropriate. She's a racist bigot. She's a fool, and she's ignorant. That's my opinion. What's yours? Number to call if you want to be a part of the conversation is 702-257-5396. Again, that number, if you want to be a part of the conversation, 702-257-5396. 5396. JD, am I off base here at attacking this woman for, I don't even think I'm just speaking the truth. I think she's a racist pig.
I think what she did was totally over the top and ridiculous, Brian. I think that in this day and age, regardless of the color of your skin, it's probably a good idea to actually try to learn some Spanish. Maybe not be fluent in it, but it's okay.
I agree.
And a lot of people that work work on gardens or in maintenance or lawn care or in agriculture in that capacity, there's a good chance that some of them are going to speak Spanish. So
right.
I think what she did was totally over the top and ridiculous. I'm not surprised that she was fired. It is.
Do you agree with her being fired?
It is kind of funny that her program director was actually, Hispanic American as well.
No, not program director. That's different.
What?
Not the John Schaefer,
No.
The board operator.
Oh, okay.
So here's why I found it funny. The guy is board opping her show. That's why I'm laughing. The guy's board opping her show. He's Mexican. And while the show's going on, he's chiming in and he's getting more and more angry as she's talking. It wasn't the program director. It was the board op. But so her last show, the board op is getting into it with her.
Right.
That's why I thought it was fun.
Which makes sense under those circumstances.
Right.
But I think she was trying to make a publicity. It was a publicity stunt for herself, obviously.
Here's why you're right.
It just went totally awry.
Here's why you're right.
Why would she videotape it otherwise?
Well, here's why you're right.
Yeah.
I went on her Facebook page yesterday. Guess what she's doing? She's gloating about it. She's posting her TMZ story. She thinks it's all funny when now she's labeled a pig and a racist, and I guarantee you she ain't getting a job in radio anytime
and I can
soon.
tell you about 99.9% of Trump supporters actually think that she's ridiculous.
I'm not so sure that percentage would be that high.
I think it is that. I think.
Well, here's why I disagree.
I'll call it 99%.
Here's why I disagree.
Right, but I think the overwhelming majority of Trump supporters do not back what that woman just did, and I'm one of those Trump supporters.
But I will tell you this. That's you. But I will tell you this. I went on her Facebook page last night. Yeah, she's getting some wrath, but there are a lot of people that are supporting her as well, and they're disgusting.